Hey, what is up guys, Mitch here. Now, if you've been around for a while or if you've seen some of my very old videos, you may have seen the video I did that went over the gear that I was using to shoot my videos. Linked here if you want to watch it. The camera and the rest of the gear that I showed off in that video was also the equipment that I've been using up until recently, when I purchased some upgrades. The biggest by far has to be the camera upgrade. Previously, I was using the Sony HDR SR12, which, considering it came out 10 years ago, still performed pretty well, shooting 1080p at 30 FPS alongside manual control of focus, exposure, and white balance. It worked well for me, especially because I got it for free, but even compared to the modern phone camera, the quality just isn't there. So I picked up the Panasonic G85 for the overall package it offered of small size, great image quality, and the price for the features that it offered, with the biggest being the flip-out screen that I've become accustomed to for shooting video at weird angles. This is the camera that I've been using for the last few videos, and the quality increase is immediately noticeable. I'll have a full-size review on this camera soon as well, so if you want to see that, make sure to stick around. The G85 comes with the kit 12 to 60mm lens, which is a 24 to 120mm equivalent lens, because the G85 is rocking a micro four thirds sensor. As a kit lens, that's a pretty wide focal range. It's not very fast, with a max aperture of 3.5, but it gets the job done for slightly farther subjects, and is also included with, so no complaints there. I also picked up the Lumix 25mm f1.7 lens that was on sale for $100 off, so it was a no-brainer with the reviews the glass was receiving. It's super small in the camera and also super light, so throwing in a bag isn't a big deal at all. For shooting in lower light, this lens is much faster at f1.7, which brings in a lot more light and allows for more beautiful bokeh, which is the blurry background behind your in-focus subject. With the camera, I also have extra batteries, which is necessary for any camera to avoid not being able to shoot. For camera transport, I have the Brevity original camera backpack, which is awesome. Looks super nice compared to other camera backpacks, making it pretty discreet. This pack has plenty of space for my camera equipment in a double protected pouch and anything else that I could possibly need to carry. Again, this is a bag that will be getting its own video, so stay tuned for that. On to the other equipment that I use to make videos. For audio, I'm still using the Samson Meteor mic, which still has great audio quality for voiceovers and basically covers everything that I needed to for the time being. For on-camera audio, I picked up the Takstar shotgun mic, which isn't the greatest, but for $30 it's actually a pretty good value. Light is taken care of by a CFL softbox, a bright floor lamp with a 100-watt bulb, and, for A-roll, the Neewer CN160 and a piece of foam core that I use as a light bounce. In terms of what the camera is usually resting on, for the main workhorse of a tripod, I have the slick legs and the Manfrotto 502 HD head combo that worked out to be the perfect setup, and I've loved using it over the past few months. The smoothness of the pan and tilt with the adjustable fluid head and the solidness of the whole setup is great. It is by no means a light tripod, and it's not easy to travel with, but for short trips and at home it is fantastic. There is also a clamp with a flexible arm from Joby that is able to hold lighter cameras like an iPhone or a GoPro, and is something that I've been using for overhead filming. On to other cameras that I use besides the G85. I have an iPhone 7 which shoots fantastic 4K video that is stabilized in a super portable package, and I carry it everywhere. For super wide angles, I also use a GoPro Hero 3. Shoots 1080p, but the main thing is the crazy durability of these cameras. They can go anywhere, they're waterproof and drop resistant as well. Finally, probably my favorite type of shot to use are aerial, and for those I use the DJI Phantom 3 and I love it. Anything in the air with this level of stabilization looks fantastic, and they are a hell of a lot of fun to fly, even without the incredible footage you're getting at the same time. I also have some assorted accessories for the drone and the GoPro, extra batteries, cases, and different mounts. Finally, for editing everything, I use a late 2016 MacBook Pro, which I have loved up until now, but recently I've had an issue with the left shift key being super loose, and the two left USB-C ports not transferring data all the time, only allowing power to be received or sent. Other than that though, this is a fantastic computer. It's super fast and runs Final Cut, which is what I use to edit. I also have an Oyen Digital 2-drive array with SSD storage to edit off of. Leading perfectly into the next video in this series, covering how I edit my videos, which will be the next video in this 3-part series, coming up next Wednesday. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.